welcome to another episode of American Odyssey. I'm your host, Rose Hong. Today I'm in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., and we'll take you to a very special concert performed by Medical Music Group. Its mission is to perform music with a message of peace, hope, healing, and friendship around the world. In the past 20 plus years, Medical Music Group has performed at finest concert halls and opera houses, both in the U.S. and around the world. So please follow me and enjoy today's concert dedicated to our nation's veterans. Now I'm going to take the mic to one of the members of the orchestra. Hi, Richard. How are you?
Very nice. Good to see you.
Well, what instrument do you play?
I play trumpet. I'm the principal trumpet with the orchestra.
Well, you played beautifully and very touching.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here.
Well, how long have you been playing trumpet?
Well, I've been playing trumpet since fourth grade, and I guess I'm 66 now, so let me see. I have to add up the years, I guess. Be 50 or more years.
Well, Richard, you have a very talented family.
Mm-hmm. Well, yes, thank you. My father was, mom was, all of us are. My brother, all of us were really good, and that have a great interest in music and especially good music. So we do all kinds of music. We play all kinds of places, things that are uplifting.
Well, talking about your mother, I remember her so well, Dottie, because she's a soprano, and we used to sit together side by side. I remember she was telling me stories about when you guys were little, she would take you all to classes, music lessons, and her adoring eyes on you, three of you playing in the orchestra.
Yes, that's right. When we were very young kids, she took us to piano lessons. I also play piano. And she took us there for that. And then later, when my brother was a little older, we both played trumpet. And then we took trumpet lessons from Colonel Mitchell in the Army Band and helped us drive there, although I was able to drive later. And so we've done all kinds of things with music, and through the years it's been great, a big family cause. And we've traveled all across the country and playing things. Mom, and across the world. Mom traveled with our group to Europe, to England, Germany, Greece, all these places, and you knew her very well from singing, and she loved being with the group very much.
Well, I have to say, I miss her, and I would like to take this opportunity to remember her because she passed away, and we participated 2 European concerts together.
Yes, it was in Spain and Barcelona. You might remember it was the biggest one, but I'd like to add that one thing she really liked even more than music was dancing. She loved dancing, and if she could have seen the concert today with the dancers, I could just look on the stage and just see the joy she might have had with those dancers. She loved dancing. She was great at that. She would have loved that.
Well, we'll definitely remember her, and thank you, all of you, for participating this great concert and pay tributes to our nation's veterans.
Well, thank you very much, and greetings to all your viewers.
Kalinka maya, vasatuya kana malinka, malinka maya. Hey! Kalinka, kalinka, kalinka maya, vasatuya kana malinka, malinka maya.
introduce a gentleman that I'm proud to call my dear friend. He's the multi-award-winning star of stage and screen. You know him from such hits as the 5-time Academy Award-winning movie, The French Connection, and The 7-Ups, and many, 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 many more. Tonight he's going to perform his Emmy Award-winning poem, Just a Common Soldier. He's a real American and a true patriot. Please give a warm welcome to my dear, dear friend, Mr. Tony LoBianco.
He was getting old and paunchy, and his hair was falling fast. And he sat around the Legion, telling stories of the past, of a war that he had fought in, and the deeds that he had done. In his exploits with his buddies, they were heroes, every one. And though sometimes to his neighbors, his tales became a joke, all his Legion buddies listened, for they knew whereof he spoke. But we'll hear his tales no longer, for old Bill has passed away, and the world's a little poorer, for a soldier died today. He will not be mourned by many, just as children and his wife. For he lived an ordinary and quite uneventful life. Held a job, raised a family, quietly, going his own way. And the world won't note his passing, though a soldier died today.
Welcome to Washington, Tony. How are you?
I'm great, Rose. Thank you very much. Great to be here.
Well, thank you so much to be part of the Medical Music Group's performance today to perform for our nation's veterans.
There's nothing like our veterans. The best people in the world. We owe them so much, it's almost impossible to say how much. But thank God for them, and thank God for their bravery and volunteering to keep us all free.
Well, Tony, you have appeared in over 100 TV, movie, theater projects. So let me ask you this. Which one is the most memorable one that you like the most?
Well, the most memorable one, obviously, is The French Connection, which won 5 Academy Awards. But then there's a soft spot in my heart for my first film, which is The Honeymoon Killers, which is a true story, as was The French Connection. And it was 7-Ups as well. I seem to like a lot of true stories. But French Connection, having won the 5 Academy Awards, and such a wonderful experience with such good friends, and that's always so damn important because, there's nothing like working with good people. And just like the medical foundation here, to working with these wonderful people who devote so much of their time and energy to raise money for helping people like yourself.
Well, I know you have won so many humanitarian awards for doing charity work. So among all the charity work that you have done, do you have any group or any cause that you feel passionate about?
Well, I feel passionate about every charity that I work for and do for raise funds for them, and that's just I couldn't possibly pick out one.
Well, Tony, I remember in 1963, you funded Triangle Theater, and as a New Yorker, so what is the impact of Triangle Theater to the theater and also to actors and actresses?
Well, this was a really wonderful experience because it was something we did as young people, and I always encourage young people to do things now I don't mean without responsibility. I mean with responsibility. But, in this business, this theatrical business, if you wait to be hired, you're going to wait a very long time. So you really have to do it yourself, be innovative. And we did that, and we discovered wonderful people. We had Roy Scheider, Roy, who I co-starred with in The French Connection and 7 Ups, and he worked at our theater. And the great Jason Miller. Jason Miller wrote that championship season, the Pulitzer Prize winner, and they all started at our theater. And Mario Fratti, who did the play 9 on Broadway. These are Jules Fisher, great lighting designer, was at our theater and worked with us tremendously. So it's a creative place and has given birth to a lot of people and a lot of playwrights and a lot of wonderful communication with the audience, because our audience was made up of the neighborhood and they were all part of our theater. They were welcomed in. We had a board of directors, and mind you, this was all for free. You can come and see these plays and these wonderful artists for free. And we just did it by donations. And it was a very wonderful community project because we did it at a Church of the Holy Trinity. And that's where the triangle comes from. And we borrowed $5,000 from the church to do 3 plays, build a theater, lighting and everything, and then paid them back by donations of the people who came to see the show. So it was just a feeling of giving and a feeling of getting from the audience, a feeling of community and togetherness. And we also had art in the back of the theater. We had these artists, brand new artists, and we had their artwork in the back. We had even some living artists. When I say living artists, I mean they were part of their artwork. And it was interesting because we were way ahead of our time, And it was just a marvelous creative feeling that we just kept doing. We were young. We were in our 20s, when we did all this. So I encourage the young people to get out there and do something, not just in the theater, but in life, and have some respect. What's happening in our country now, we lost respect. We lost respect for authority, lost respect for our country, our government, and the way that we're heading is not going up. We tend to be heading downward in our way of life, and I'm really disappointed in that. And I just hope that people can get inspired and go back to the ways that we used to have in our country, and understand what America is all about. And it's not by following fads and doing things that are destructive and doing things, there's a Nike commercial that says, just do it. I say, don't just do it. Do it with responsibility, doing it with looking ahead of what's going to happen when you do it. And that's, to me, very important. And have respect for our authority as well, and our military.
Well, that will lead to my next question. What is your future plan, and what kind of legacy would you like to leave behind?
Well, that's a big question, of course. Future plans. Well, I do a one-man show on Mayor Fiorello LaGuardia, one of the great mayors of New York City. Not only of New York, he was the mayor of our country, basically, because when he was mayor, that was his job, basically. And he was a pure example of honesty. And I deal with this play, take it around. I've taken this play around the world. I did it in Russia, and I did it in Italy. I've been invited to go to Cairo.
And you play the mayor.
And I play the mayor. And it's the kind of message that I believe in from my heart, in doing it for our country, for our people, and for the peace and wonderfulness of our world. So that's what the legacy I would like to leave, When you do good things, that's what you're remembered for.
Well, Tony, definitely you'll be remembered not only for over 100 projects that you have done, but for your charity work, and especially your work with our nation's veterans.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
God bless. And I must say, if you want to see something that I really care about, talking about our veterans, go to YouTube, justacommonsoldier.com. This video that I did, only 2 years now, it's been on the air. 22 million views. I ask you to go see that. We won 2 Emmys also. JustACommonSoldier.com on YouTube. That's something I'm really proud of and something that you should see. God bless you.
God bless. Thank you
And
so
God
much.
bless
Phil.
America. God bless America.
Here are Major General Irene Trowell Harris, U.S. Air Force retired, and Captain Leslie Mose, U.S. Army. And a special treat is Colonel Bob Shawn, U.S. Military Air Force in World War II. He is with us this evening. Please give him a hand.
Thank you for watching today's program. I hope you enjoyed today's concert as much as I did. If you're a veteran or if you know a veteran, please share this program with them and thank them for their service to our nation. I will see you next week on the same channel at the same time. Bye-bye.